Hi guys, we are going to do a read aloud today. We've been doing a lot of read alouds, right? And it is called If You Were a Minus Sign. So I am going to be doing reading, but we're going to be doing a lot of work in between with some math and seeing all the different ways that we can work with this minus sign. And what does minus mean? Minus means we'll be doing subtraction. I hope you said that word. Okay, so let's take a look. If you were a minus sign, if you were a minus sign, you would subtract one number from another. Hugo has 12 balloons. I see 6 and 6. So I know 6 plus 6 is 12. So he had 12 balloons. Uh-oh. A bird bursts 6 of Hugo's balloons. So, if we said we knew there were 6 and 6, uh-oh, and the bird came and popped all 6 of those balloons, take a look at what it would look like as a subtraction problem. He had 12. The bird burst 6 of them. And now there are 6 left. We know this whole group of 6 would be left. So that's like using our doubles to do subtraction. If you know that 6 plus 6 is 12 together, and then we started with the 12, but then this part of 6 went away, we know we have the other 6 part left. So that right there is using our doubles to subtract. If you were a minus sign, you would be a symbol used to show subtraction. You would be part of a subtraction problem. Starry-eyed Stella's daisy has 9 petals. Stella plucks 8 petals from it. Stella's daisy has how many left? This is one of my favorites. So the daisy had 9 petals. And she plucked 8 of them. We have a bunch of different ways we could do this one. So we could look and say, take 8 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be taking 8 away. And we would know that the daisy would have 1 left, right? Okay, but what about looking at this number 9 and then just going back to the number 8? How many jumps is that? Just 1 jump. So when we look at subtraction, we could look at it that way. 9, the difference between 8 and 9 is only 1. So there's only 1 petal left because she plucked all but 1 petal. 9 minus 8 equals 1. They're only 1 different. So she plucked all but 1 petal. If you were a minus sign, you would be used in place of the words takeaway. Mama Monk finds 12 acorns. She takes away 5 to hide. 12 take away 5 is 7. 7 acorns are left. Let's take a look at that one. I have a double 10 frame. Okay, what does it look like to have 12 in here? You're right, 10 and 2. So let me quickly make 12. So if she took 5 away, I'm just going to do it this easiest way that I know how. I know that 1 whole row is 5. So what's left? Do you see 7 left? Did you see it as 5 and 2? So that's another way to look at subtraction. I didn't have to actually count away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then count the rest. I could just quickly take away that group of 5 in my head, knowing what it looks like on a 10 frame. Awesome job. Let's see. Oh, so that was Mama Monk. Let's see what Papa Monk is doing. Papa Monk finds 7 acorns. Maybe it was the 7 that Mama had left. He takes away 5 to hide. 7 take away 5 is 2. 2 acorns are left. What does that one look like on our fingers? 7 take away 5. 2 left. So that one's easy peasy on our fingers, isn't it? Okay. Or we could say, how far apart are 7 and 5 on the number line? Let's take a look. Here we have, here's 5 and here's 7. How many jumps? 1, 2. So they're 2 apart on the number line. That means the answer of 2 is how different those numbers are. If you were a minus sign, you would help show the difference in a subtraction problem. My first graders know that's one of my favorite words, difference. 10 minus 4 equals, remember that says equals when we're going this way vertical, equals 6. There are 10 bowling pins. Bruno knocks down 4 of them. 6 bowling pins are left standing. The difference between 10 and 4 is 6. Okay, this is another one we could do. 10 minus 4 equals 6. Or we can look at it on here. Okay, we could do 10 minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 brings us back to 6. Right? Or we could look at 110 frame, right? It was all full because he had 10 bowling pins, because that's how many you start with when you bowl, 10. And I could take 4 away, and I know that that is 4. And I'm left with 6. Something we haven't done yet. What if we count backwards? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I counted back my 4, and it leaves me with 6. All right, let's see what else we have. If you were a minus sign, you could work left to right or top to bottom. Patty fries 7 burgers. She puts 5 on a plate, 2 are left in the pan. So this time they went horizontally, this way. 7 minus 5 equals 2. Let's take a look how they make it look different on this page. Patty stacks 7 burgers. She serves 2 and has 5 left. So up here, she has 7 minus 2, and remember that line still means equals 5. So this problem went vertically. This problem went horizontally. We read them both the same. Look at the numbers. Take a look. 7 minus 5 equals 2. And over here, 7 minus 2 equals 5. So I have to bring out something that you guys all know Mrs. Davidson loves so much. What is it? Do you know before I draw it? Bar model. So what would go up here? If she started with 7 burgers, where does the 7 go? It goes up top because that is the whole, right? So we have 7 burgers. And then in the first problem, she took away 5 and was left with 2. Where does the 5 go? You're right, it goes in this bigger part. And what would go over here? The 2. So, if she started with 7 and she took away the 5 part, she's left with the 2 part. But over on the other page, she had 7 burgers stacked and she only served 2 of them. So she only took 2 away. So she was left with 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. That all goes together in our fact family. Remember, they are called related facts. And you guys all know how much I love bar models. Let's see what the turtle's up to. If you were a minus sign, you could help solve a story problem. I wonder what the story problem is going to be. Sandy blew 11 bubbles. Gil popped 4 of them. How many bubbles were left? 11 minus 4 equals 7. 7 bubbles were left. So 11 minus 4. So there were 11 bubbles and 4 of them were popped. So let's count backwards on that one. I don't have 11 fingers, so I can't put 11 on my fingers. That won't work. So I could start with 11 bubbles in my hand. They're in my hand. And now I'm going to count backwards the 4 that were popped. 10, 9, 8, 7. I counted back 4 bubbles, and I ended up at the number 7. If you were a minus sign, you could subtract small numbers. There are 9 glasses of fruit punch on the table. 3 thirsty tigers take 3 glasses away. There are 6 left. 9 minus 3 equals 6. I could think of my addition on this one. If you said, 3 went away, what number goes with 3 to make 9? Maybe you know that. So you would know that 6 plus 3 equals 9. So 9 minus 3 must be 6. That's a way to do that one. Let's take a look on our number path. We had 9 and we took away 3. 1, 2, 3. Back to 6. Oh, there are 24 pieces of pizza. Oh, some hungry hippos take 10 pieces away. There are 14 left. Oh, I love this one. What do you think about this one? That's a big number, isn't it? It's a big number. In your classes, you have been learning about bundles and sticks, right? And we can draw those bundles and sticks kind of to make them look like that's a bundle, right? And then this is another bundle. We put elastics around them. So that's 10, 20, and then we need 21, 22, 23, 24. So that is 24 sticks. Or in this story problem, it was pieces of pizza for the hippos, right? But those hippos, they ate 10 pieces of pizza. So that bundle right there goes away, doesn't it? Okay, they ate that one. So minus a bundle of 10, what do we have left? Here's 10. We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 left. So when you get to bigger numbers, you might be able to think about your bundles and your sticks. Oh boy, here we go. Really big. If you were a minus sign, you could subtract big numbers. There are 120 cupcakes on the cupcake tree. Some lunching lizards take 100 cupcakes away. There are 20 cupcakes left. Take a look at that one. Even though it's a big number, it's not hard. He had 120, and they took away the 100. Take a look at that one. So here is the 100 100 in this number 120. That is a 100. And over here, they're going to take away that whole 100. Okay? So they took that 100 away. What did it leave them with? Just the 20 cupcakes. Oh boy, it gets even bigger. Mama and Papa Potbelly pop 1,500 pieces of corn. 1,500 pieces of corn. You have not been working with numbers in the thousands, but we're going to read it anyway. The Potbelly family eats 1,000 pieces of popcorn. There are 500 pieces left. So check out this one. It's kind of similar to the last one. This one had 1,500, and they take away the 1,000 part. They're going to take away the whole 1,000. What's left is just 500. So 1,500, take away the 1,000 part, will leave the 500 part. That's a lot of pieces of popcorn to count. If you were a minus sign, you would be part of a subtraction problem. You could use addition to check the answer to your subtraction problem. We've done that, didn't we? Jack pulls 7 doves out of his hat. He makes 5 disappear. Jack is left with 2 doves. Let's take a look and make sure that's right. To check your answer, you could add the 5 birds that have disappeared to the 2 birds that he has in the hat, and you have 7 birds. Is that right? What's Mrs. Davidson's favorite way to check? Favorite way? Yeah, bar model. You got it. All right, let's take a look. I think those were the same numbers we did last time. They like 7 and 5 and 2. So he had 7 in the hat. He made 5 of them disappear. And he has 2 left in his hat now. So if I add the 5 and the 2, it has to make the 7. And if that works, then we know we did the subtraction the right way. And there he is doing his magic trick. You would always subtract one number from another if you were a minus sign. Okay. So there's a lot of ways that we have been practicing to do subtraction. Okay. So if you can do some games or activities at home, or tell somebody a story problem, or an adult at home can give you a story problem that you can practice your subtraction, that would be really awesome before we go to the next grade level, because subtraction is super, super duper important. Okay, and that word difference, remember, oh boy, that's my favorite word. So the word difference is really important to understand subtraction, how far apart they are on the number line. And my bar model is a really big helper, right, for subtraction. So try to use those when you are doing subtraction at home. All right? Bye, guys.